Hey everyone, Shem Patola here at the Ford Freedom. It's been maybe 10 days since I've dropped a video for you guys. It's been about 10 days of foul, miserable, bitter cold weather here up at Fort Freedom, minus 25 plus, lots of snow. So it's been a challenge to get out and do some stuff. But I thought today I'd do a quick gear review. This little baby right here. This is my Iroquois Tomahawk from Brave Hawk Forge in Texas. Jacob there at Brave Hawk made it for me, custom order. He was on Forged in Fire. You can check that episode out. I'll put a link in the description to Jacob's website. This is an unsolicited review. I bought this just after seeing the show. I thought it would be a kind of a neat thing to have from a craftsman learning and developing his craft and his art in blacksmithing. And it's actually turned into one of my go-to pieces of gear when I'm out in the bush. It's been really, really good. I'll go through the excellent, the good, the not so good, and we'll go from there. I'll do a countertop sort of review of it, and then a little bit later we'll go out on the sled out in the bush and put it through its paces, so you can see what it does. Also, I'm decked out today in some swag that I just got from Warrior Poet Society, which is a site I follow, and some guys I follow. The founder, John Lovell, he's an ex-U.S. Army Ranger, teaches personal protection, firearms use, tactics. That's morphed into the Warrior Poet Society, which is an ethos, a way of living, family, protecting family, living well. And John's been kind of an inspiration for me to get the Fort Freedom channel going. So I was really happy to get this stuff today. Again, unsolicited. I'm going to put a link to Warrior Poet Society in the description for this video as well. They also have an app, Warrior Poet Society Network. Great content all across the board. Firearms, edge weapons, personal defense, tactics, gear reviews. Great content. It's an awesome channel. So with that said, I'll get set up on the counter and we'll start reviewing this Iroquois Tomahawk from Brave Hawk Forge, and we'll go from there. Okay, so we're back. I got the Iroquois Tomahawk from Brave Hawk Forge on the counter here. See the cold hard forging, the Brave Hawk stamp on it. I have just sharpened it last night with this hatchet and axe puck. I think it's like 1,000 grit on one side and a little maybe 2,000 or 3,000 on the other side. It is sharp. When I was doing the intro for the video, I kind of grazed it across my hand and cut myself. So I've gotten it pretty sharp. You can see the edge on there. And as we know, hatchet and axe edges are a little broader once you get past the cutting edge to aid in splitting stuff. So here we are. It's 19 inches, the handle from end to end. You can see it, and it ends there at 19. I ordered it with the Rawhide Grip comes wound on. It did come undone. I've re-glued it at the bottom. It does move around a bit. I think that's intentional. I don't know. You might want to, if you get on the website and ask Jacob, how it's supposed to go, but gives a great grip and purchase. And when your own hand's sweaty, it just kind of sticks to it. It's really good. What else? So the back end of the Hawk, you can see it's like a hammerhead, and this is awesome for tent stakes. If you're nailing deer baits that you've made, like molasses and oat cakes, it'll pound a nail into a tree, no problem, or bend stuff over. It's been really good. When I first got it, I felt like the handle was really long. It's not like the typical campsite hatchets that, if you've gone camping a bit and use those store-bought ones with the nylon handles, or even a small wooden handle. Very different animal. And I wasn't sure, but after having used it so much in the last 15 or 18 months, you really appreciate the length, because it just, using the weight of the Hawk head to do the work on that long fulcrum of a handle, it makes everything easier. Every swing you make is a lot easier. Less impact on your wrist, your elbow. So big plus on that. I did order a leather scabbard from Jacob. Here it is. And this has been maybe the only downside of the Hawk. You see this end here. This was like a wrap that came around and wrapped around this leather stamped disc here. And that was to retain the Hawk in the scabbard while it was on your belt. Last fall during deer season, I was out like maybe a mile into the bush behind the fort, and unbeknownst to me, just the wear on this leather frond broke, and I was in some pretty ridiculous terrain, climbing over down tree stumps and logs, and the Hawk actually came out of the scabbard and fell down on the ground, and I was maybe halfway home before I realized it, and it was getting dark, so there was no way I was going to find it in the dark, so I continued home. The next day the weather was miserable, so I didn't go out. So it was 2 days later that I decided to take another hike and retrace my steps. And luckily enough, I was able to find it. And if you live in Appalachia or anywhere in Canada where there's boreal forest, you look at the colors of this, and you imagine being able to pick this out on the forest floor in October with all the leaves on the ground. It was a stroke of incredible good fortune that I was able to find it, and I'm glad that I did. So I do not carry this on my belt anymore. I put it in the scabbard, and I actually carry it inverted in a sling pack that I can, if I need the Hawk, I can swing it around from my back to my front and pull it out quite easily. And I found that works. And as a matter of fact, I'll do another video on that sling pack and what I carry in it. It's my I pretty much go in the bush with this anytime I think I'm going to be more than an hour or more than a few hundred yards away from the house, because I put enough and the appropriate gear in it to be able to keep myself going for a couple days if something bad happens, God forbid. So that's the Iroquois Poled Hawk from Brave Hawk Forge in Texas. Can get a hold of Jacob if you're interested. I'm gonna close this portion of the video down. Get ready in a little bit. We'll go fire up the sled and go out in the woods and whack some stuff with this so you can see what it does. And I'll bring some spikes and we'll pound them into a tree. You can see what a versatile piece of gear this is. Okay, see you soon. Okay, so we're out back at the fort now on the snowmobile trails that I've cut out in the bush. And I brought the Hawk with me in the pack. I'm just going to change the view on the camera and show you how I carry it. So turn around, I can readjust here. So here it is in the sling pack. Exactly how I would carry it when it's on my back, and if I need it, I can swing it around from my back to my front, unzip it and pull it out to cut or chop whatever I need to. So I stopped here. I saw some kind of a sickly looking spruce tree. I'm gonna cut some of these lower stubby branches off with the Hawk, and I'll pound some. I brought some spikes I'll pound in, and this is typically what I would use it for during hunting season, clearing shooting lanes, clearing up an area if I'm trying to create some deer habitat, just to clean it up a bit. And you look at the trail, how close we are. I was happy to find this. There's a lot of snow on the ground here, and I didn't bring any snowshoes, and I don't really, it's about minus 20 right now, and I don't particularly feel like sinking up to my armpits in snow. And believe it or not, in some spots around here, that's how deep it is. So I'm going to just stop the camera for a second. I'll pull the Hawk out and get going with it to show you. Okay, so here we go. Hawk is out of the scabbard, and I'm just going to start. I've already sunk up past my knees, so I'm just going to start whacking stuff. Hopefully it shows up. Again, I'm a one-man band here, folks, so I'll try and get everything in one take for you. So here we go. And it's just taking these off like nothing. And you can see the divot that's leaving with no trouble whatsoever in that spruce tree. Or might be a balsam, I don't know. Okay, I'm going to, I gotta stop for a sec so I can pull out some spikes, and I'll show you how it does that. Okay, we're back. I've started, I don't know if you can see them, a couple of 4-inch framing spikes, and this is going to be interesting, trying to drive these and keep the camera focused at the same time. But it's and the snow's coming down from the tree. Life in Canada in the winter, love it. But this hawk is driving these are hefty nails, and it's driving these in no problem. And remember, this tree's frozen, so maybe if the operator was better. There we go. Okay, so there you have the Iroquois Tomahawk from Brave Hawk Forge in Texas. I'll put a link in the description. As I mentioned before, you can look up Jacob. And if you're interested in the products that he makes, thumbs up from me. It's been a great piece of kit. So be safe, everybody. Have a great day. Talk to you again. Bye-bye.